You can watch all the watchJojo videos on your big screen TV via our dedicated Roku, Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV apps. Chef helps feed hundreds of families with food pantry funded by his restaurant. Diners don't typically get to see how restaurant kitchens are run, but if they did, most would be shocked by the amount of perfectly good food that's thrown away every single day. One Michigan chef couldn't stand throwing away perfectly good food anymore since he knew how many people in his community faced food insecurity. So he decided to do something about it and found a unique way to help feed his entire community. After spending his career as a chef and working as the vice president of food and beverage at Firekeepers Casino Hotel in Battle Creek, Michigan, Michael McFarland saw how much food would get thrown away from the casino's restaurant every day. Unfortunately, throwing away perfectly good food is extremely common within the restaurant industry, yet it was always something that bothered McFarland about his work. At one point, McFarland decided to get involved with the South Central Food Bank of Michigan Incorporated to give back to those in need. McFarland later became the president on the board of the South Central Food Bank of Michigan Incorporated and got to see just how big of a need there was for food among people in the community. After that, he knew he had to do more to help his community and reduce his food waste. After some thinking, McFarland came up with a plan to open a restaurant in the community that would also help support a food pantry on the property. After presenting the idea to Firekeepers leadership, they were immediately on board with the plan and agreed to help McFarland make his dream a reality. In April of 2016, the Firekeepers Casino Hotel and its owners, the Nottawasepi Huron Band of the Potawatomi, bought Fire Station No. 4, a historic firehouse near downtown Battle Creek that had been closed for years and was set to be demolished. However, the group bought it before that happened and started renovating the historic building to give it new life. The plan was to renovate the building and turn the fire station into a restaurant, bakery, and food pantry in the back of the building to help people struggling to secure their next meal. Renovations on the property lasted about a year. Then on April 19, 2017, the restaurant, which they named the Fire Hub, opened to the public for the first time. At the same time, the food pantry, which they named the Kendall Street Food Pantry, opened its door in the back of the building. It really is unique. Kathy George, the chief executive officer of Firekeepers, told Second Wave Media about the special restaurant designed to support the food pantry. A number of casinos do outreach, but we're not aware of anyone who actually created a restaurant and food pantry directly. Anytime you open a new restaurant, you just have to figure a way through the first year, George said. However, the first year of operation exceeded their expectations. Not only did the restaurant attract customers because of its popularity and sustainability, but the food pantry helped more people in the first year than they ever imagined would need its services. According to McFarland, the team expected that somewhere between 65 and 70 households would get help from the pantry every distributing day, which is every Monday evening. After word spread about the pantry, however, about 100 people started coming every Monday. In total, about 375 to 400 households get help from the food pantry every single month. Those who go to the food pantry are only allowed one visit per month. However, about 45% of the people who have gone to the pantry only have used their services once. We have people who need that one-time distribution to get back on track, McFarland explained. About 20% are people who make 2 or 3 visits. They're not all from Battle Creek. Some of them work here, but live in Albion, Marshall, and Kalamazoo. When you think of people using food pantry services, you think of homeless or unemployed people. In reality, however, many of the people who have needed the food pantry's help are people that are employed but still struggle to afford to pay for groceries. According to Heather Mauney, Director of Agency Relations for the Food Bank, some of the people who use their services are on a fixed income. As a result, they'll probably need long-term support and might always need help from food pantries to get by. We've seen a significant increase in households where one or both adults are working and they find themselves in some sort of crisis situation, like an illness or car accident, and they need our help. Monty told Second Wave Media, "We get a lot of people who are not used to how the system works. We're able to cater to people who are working but still need a little help during the month," Monty added. The need is not decreased. If anything, it's increased and shifted. To better fit the need of the majority of people using their services, the food pantry was designed to look like a small market. "We wanted to take away the stigma and make it look more like they're going into a bodega or little store," McFarland says. To make people more comfortable, the pantry shelves are stocked and arranged neatly. There's also shopping carts so people can come in and shop for their goods. On top of providing the typical pantry goods, McFarland wanted to figure out a way to lower food waste at the casino and hotel. We purchased the equipment that's necessary to receive the proper licenses to flash freeze food from the buffet, and we make family trays out of them, George explained. In addition to canned goods and fresh fruits and vegetables, we supplement them with family portions from the buffet, George added. Once packaged, the food is taken to the food bank, which distributes the meals to partner agencies. Last year, over 14,000 pounds of frozen food from firekeepers was distributed to food pantries in the area. The entire project works thanks to the revenue generated from the restaurant, as well as a $140,000 donation that comes from the tribe every year to help operate the fire hub. On top of helping run the Kendall Street Food Pantry, profits from the fire hub are also given to nonprofits like the Safe Place and the Food Bank of South Central Michigan Incorporated. We're building a fiscally responsible business that takes profits and gives to nonprofits, McFarland said. As we get more and more involved, we will give to many other charities and nonprofits.